All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully your Sunday off to a wonderful start. I am First Alert Meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi here to talk about a wonderful end to the weekend. We do have a few changes on the way this week. Not only are we going to be a lot warmer, so you might have seen in the headline that you can tuck away the coats, but we're also going to start to increase our coverage of rain, so a little bit unsettled. By no means do we have any day on the 7-day that's a washout, but you'll probably want to keep that umbrella tucked away in the car just in case as we head through the next several days. So we'll talk about that as well. If you are able to comment from where you're watching from, let me know where you're watching from. Good morning to all of you joining early on this Sunday morning. All right, so I want to check in on the rainfall totals. Here's a look at what we've picked up so far this year. 9.29 inches. Normally, we, at this point in the year, should pick up just under 7.5 inches of rain, so clearly we're in a surplus. That is great for those of you who maybe are avid gardeners, or maybe you work in the farming industry, anything that needs to have to deal with plants, because as we head into the growing season, you want to have some moisture in the ground. You definitely don't want to be in a deficit, so it looks like we are ahead in the rainfall department. And we will add to that as we go through the next couple of days. So here's a look in downtown, kind of from the ground pointing up there. You can see a nice little layer of stratus clouds there, a couple of cirrus clouds. And cirrus clouds usually indicate a pattern change, and we will see at least a slight one as we head into the next couple of days. Here's a look at your temperature. We're at 51 degrees. A good handful of degrees warmer than this time yesterday. And that is thanks in part to that southeast wind. So we had the cloud cover through the overnight. It was very cloudy this morning in a lot of spots. The cloud cover through the overnight kept us warmer to start, and now that we're seeing sunshine and wind out of the southeast, that's putting us under the influence of a warmer air mass, which is the Atlantic Ocean. So that's going to help gradually warm our temperatures as we head through this week. We also will start to have our wind come out of the southwest, so that'll move our influence from the Atlantic to the Gulf. Either way, those are both warmer air masses. Those both also have a little more moisture, so do expect some more cloud cover as we go through the next couple of days with that moisture in the atmosphere. So not that it's going to be muggy, but you'll definitely notice the extra cloud cover around the next couple of days. Here's a look at your temperatures area-wide. We're generally in the mid to upper 40s. Of course, Atlanta, you're the warm spot right now at 51. Athens, you're at 48. Blairsville, you're at 48. 47 in Rome and 50 in Noonan. So overall, a chilly morning out there. You'll definitely need the jacket if you are headed out the door anytime soon. Here's a look at satellite and radar. We have clouds moving very quickly off to the southeast. So if you're seeing clouds right now, just wait a few minutes. You might see clearing of skies, and that's going to be the case today. Just a mix of sun and clouds, partly to mostly cloudy, just depending on where the clouds are setting up. But again, they're going to be moving around a lot today as the winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere are moving pretty quickly. And the winds in the upper levels are what's going to influence our forecast through the week. We'll talk about that in just a second here. Good morning, Mary. Hello, hello. Hope your Sunday is going well. Here's a look at your planner for today. So of course, we're past 8 a.m. now, but as we head towards noon, mostly to partly cloudy skies, 57 degrees. We're going to top out in the low to mid 60s today. If you've seen sunshine from start to finish today, which some of us have, you might end up bumping into the mid 60s, but for the most part, we'll head into the low 60s. Mostly cloudy tonight. By 8 o'clock, we'll head into the mid 50s. Overnight lows will drop into the low to mid 40s. So for those of you who have to head out to work tomorrow, I know some people might have the day off for President's Day. Students probably have off school. I know a handful of counties around here do. Low to mid 40s for tomorrow morning. So you might not need the winter coat, especially because it's not going to be windy quite yet. But definitely will need a jacket as you step out tomorrow morning. And again, we'll be under mostly cloudy skies to kick off tomorrow. So for your President's Day, we'll see another day with a mix of sun and clouds, partly cloudy at times, mostly cloudy at others. And temperatures will warm into the upper 60s through the afternoon. And I think we're going to top out for the heat of the day in the low 70s tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll kind of kick off our streak of 70-degree days. It does look like Tuesday we might go right below 70 because of some rain that looks to roll in, especially from I-20 northward, and we're going to get into that right now. So here's a look at what's going on right now. High pressure is starting to push off the coast, and the way wind rotates around an area of high pressure is clockwise. So that influences our wind direction at the surface depending on where high pressure is positioned, and that's just one of the things that influences our wind direction. But in this case, what's impacting our forecast is this, and that's going to pull in that warmer, more moisture-rich air. So again, right now we're under the influence of the Atlantic. In the next couple of days, we're going to be under the influence of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to help pull in the warmer air mass, also the moisture to build cloud cover, but ultimately will provide enough moisture for these little waves of energy that are going to roll in with enough moisture to create rain chances for us this week. So what's going to happen is we call them short waves. basically what they are, little pulses of energy that get picked up in the mid to upper levels of our atmosphere. We have the jet stream that moves very quickly, very high up in the atmosphere where the planes fly, that go from west to east. And essentially these waves of energy are going to get caught up in that. And all you need to know is how that's going to impact our forecast is it's going to bring rain back into our area, mainly again from I-20 northward. So if you're south of Atlanta, you might not see quite as much rain. Doesn't mean you're immune to it this week, but I think our main focus is mainly going to be from Atlanta northward over the next couple of days, and it's just going to be a little unsettled. We're not going to deal with any severe weather. It's not going to be a washout any day of the week. Overall, it will be a fairly nice week ahead of us, just a little unsettled. Having so many conversations about wanting more weather. Yes, Mary, all good things, all good things. So as we head into tomorrow evening, we could maybe have a stray shower in our far northern counties, so up towards Rabun, Towns, Union, Fannin counties, but otherwise just partly to mostly cloudy. As we head into Tuesday, here's kind of wave number one. So as we head into Tuesday morning, we will have showers roll in. Now, these little waves of energy are very difficult for models to pick up on, so take the timing of this with a little bit of a grain of salt. I do think that we'll have a round of rain for the morning, but this could shift earlier or later, so you'll just want to stay tuned because obviously if this rolls in around 6, 7 a.m., even into 8 a.m., that's going to impact your commute. Right now, it does look like there could be some showers around for your morning drive on Tuesday, so as everyone goes back to school after the 3-day weekend, just keep in mind you might want to give yourself a little extra time. Notice where the rain is setting up, again, mainly along and north of I-20, but a few showers south, not impossible. We also could have some pockets of heavier rain because we are just going to have a lot of moisture in our atmosphere for these waves to take advantage of. So anywhere from light to maybe moderate rainfall in intensity, maybe some isolated heavier downpours as well. That will clear, it looks like, as we head into the evening commute, but again, a few lingering showers could persist into Tuesday evening. As we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we unfortunately just kind of get stuck in this pattern. Essentially what's going to happen, the mid to upper levels where, you know, the jet stream again sits, it's going to kind of stay parked over us. There's not going to be anything to move that out of the way. Our pattern is going to stay fairly stagnant, so that just means we're going to get stuck getting these waves to roll in. When the jet stream stays well north of us, that's usually when we're drier, it's when we're warmer. When it goes south of us, that's after cold fronts pass through, the cold air dips in, but right now it's kind of parked over us. That's going to keep us just a little bit more unsettled. But again, not talking a washout of a day. So if you have any plans at all this week, don't go canceling them. I would just have maybe the raincoat tucked away, make sure the kids maybe have it rolled up in their backpacks so that if they need it, they have it handy with them over the next couple of days. Here's a look at the rainfall totals over the next several days. Great weather. Yes, Jackie, great weather. Glad that you will enjoy it. I hope you will enjoy it. Get out and enjoy it today because it's going to be beautiful. Today we'll probably see the most sunshine for most of the week, by the way. So here's a look at the rainfall totals through Saturday. So this will start Tuesday and go through Saturday. You notice that kind of band of rain that sets up along I-20. So that's where I think we'll see most of the rain, and then again north. So anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1 inch of rain possible over the next several days. And this is again spread out over what, 4 or 5 days, so not worried about any kind of flash flooding. We haven't had any kind of significant rain event that's just lingered for a while, so the ground has room for rain to fall and sit in and kind of percolate a little bit. So not worried about any kind of flash flooding over the next several days. Just again, have that raincoat with you just in case you need it. And it's not going to be that cold rain. There's nothing like cold rain. That's just miserable. This is going to be fairly spring-like showers. So temperatures, again, Monday, low 70s, upper 60s Tuesday, because I think that band of rain will set up right over Atlanta, and that will prevent the temperatures from climbing into the 70s. Now, if that band of rain sets up a little further north, then more than likely Atlanta will hit 70. But right now, just because models are hinting that we are going to have that little kind of wave of rain set up over Atlanta, that will impede the daytime heating. So we'll say upper 60s for now, but some spots just might head into the 70s on Tuesday still. Upper 70s Wednesday, and then upper 70s on Thursday. Now we're pushing 80 degrees on Thursday. The record for that day is 79. Now the overnight low, the warmest low, is 63, and I think we're going to be in the mid to upper 60s on Thursday morning. So Thursday is just going to be a very abnormally record-breaking warm day potentially. Again, if we do hit 79, that's the record for the day, so we would tie that. And of course, we could always exceed it. We'll see what models think about it as we get closer to, but right now we'll say 79. Low 70s Friday, we're actually going to have a weather system drape itself across the southeast, and a cold front will dip into our area. Not going to bring us any kind of severe weather at all. Our rain chance on Friday looks pretty slim, but It's going to cool us down. So if you're from Atlanta northward, you'll probably be in the mid 60s to low 70s. If you're south of Atlanta, you'll probably still be in the mid 70s, maybe even upper 70s, because that cold air won't make it to you because that front's going to kind of stall out right over along I-20. So again, from Atlanta northward, you'll be a little cooler on Friday. South of Atlanta, you'll be a little warmer. As we head into Saturday, we're all back into the low 70s. So overall, really not a lot of complaints this week. Forecast-wise, it's going to be comfortable, it's going to be warm, a little unsettled, but we can't complain about rain chances that are at 40% or below. That's not awful. It'll probably be nice for your grass to have a little bit of water with these warm temperatures. So a chilly start to today. Again, if you're about to head out the door, we're generally in the upper 40s and low 50s right now. We'll top out in the low 60s. Good morning, Max. We'll top out in the low to mid 60s today, low 70s tomorrow. Overall, just stunning. We'll see a good bit of sunshine today. Expect a mix of sun and clouds, and then mostly cloudy for Monday and Tuesday with scattered showers returning Tuesday. I do think that will mainly set up from I-20 northward. Again, if you're south of I-20, so places like Butts County, Lamar County, you are not immune to rain. Coweta County, you're not immune to rain if you're south of I-20, but I think that's where most of the rain and even the heaviest rain is going to kind of set up on Tuesday, so that's why we're not going to make it to 70, and then we'll head into the mid to upper 70s Wednesday. It will be breezy, by the way. We could experience wind gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour both Wednesday and Thursday, so that's going to definitely be part of the weather story Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be warm, it'll be breezy, it'll be a little unsettled, and that's as our next weather system starts to move a little closer to us, essentially. And that weather system will make us a little cooler Friday. If you're south of Atlanta, you'll be warmer. And then as we head into Saturday, a little bit of a drier day. We'll be in the, we'll have a 20% coverage of rain with temperatures in the low 70s. So overall, again, not many complaints when it comes to the forecast this week. I'm not going to complain about 70s in February at all. Let's see. Oh, I see now, Max. Yeah, I like that. Very good. I haven't been to Disney in forever. It's been a long time, but I used to be growing up in Florida. That was a very common family vacation. Get out today and enjoy it. I mean, it looks beautiful outside. I think the clouds just add so much beauty to the skyline when they're kind of draped over like that. We have a little bit of stratus clouds. Those are those really flat looking clouds. We have a couple of cirrus clouds. Those are little wispy looking ones. So overall, just a beautiful morning, and it feels nice out there as well. And today is just going to be great, so get out and enjoy it. Maybe take your lunch outside, take the dog for a little longer of a walk, go for a hike, something to get outside and enjoy the day. And tomorrow looks great too, so if you have the day off for President's Day tomorrow, go out and soak in the 70s in February, and it looks like we're going to round out the month as we head closer to the end of it. It'll be here before we know it. Quite warm, so hopefully if you enjoy the warm weather, you can soak in all these next couple of days because it looks wonderful. Alrighty, unusual weather, Jackie asks. Yeah, this is unusual. I mean, it's not like we've never had it before, but yeah, we're supposed to be in the upper 50s this time of year, and so we are definitely exceeding that by upwards of 20 degrees by Thursday. So definitely unusual warmth for this time of year when you look at the big picture and the average, so the climatology for this time of year. But and then Thursday we might break a record. So yes, unusual, but definitely not something that is necessarily super uncommon. We usually get these warm-ups, and I can vividly remember, I want to say it was in April. We were pretty warm through February and March, and then April we had a pretty good cold snap just in time for the Braves to start playing, because the Braves always start to play around my birthday, and I remember being in a coat for the Braves game for my birthday. So enjoy it. More than likely we'll get that one last cold snap before we head back into spring, but right now, yeah, it's definitely a little unusually warm, so enjoy it while it lasts, but it does look like it's going to stick around for a little while for us. All right, everyone, I hope you make it a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the day today. Keep in mind, because I can already tell you this eye has been watering, and this is the one that waters when the pollen count gets high. We're going to get those numbers this week, and I'm sure it's going to be high, so have that allergy medicine with you, because I'm going to tell you right now, this eye is always an indicator of how the pollen is. I guarantee you it's high. Anyway, enjoy the week, everyone. Get out and soak in all the beautiful weather today, and we'll catch you guys here next time.